Hello and welcome to another Faith, Philosophy and Life with me, Mr. Shelton. Today, I'm thinking about The Good Place. Yes, I'm talking about the Netflix series that some of you may have seen. And if you've not seen it, without giving any spoilers, it's a story about how a bunch of misfits try to fit into what they believe to be heaven, or the good place as they refer to it. Today, we're going to be thinking about what Jews believe what heaven is like. And actually, their understanding of heaven and a Christian understanding of heaven are very, very different. And not all Jews even believe in the idea of heaven either. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at something called Olam Haba, the world to come as it is known. Thank you for that. So my first question to you is, what do you think happens after you die? Okay, now that's a bit of a dark question to be asking at this point in the day, I get that, but it is it's a question that a lot of us do ponder about. So why not pick up your phone, send a WhatsApp message to someone, say, hey, I'm watching this lesson with Mr. Shelton, and he's just asked what I think happens after I'm dead. And this is what I think happens, what do you? And let's get a bit of dialogue going, because in a class, then obviously we'd have that discussion. I can't do that. But what you can do is you can be asking other people. So pause this clip wherever you need to, and let's be making some noise in terms of our conversation with other people. And just think for a moment, what do you think happens after we die? Okay, so this is our title today, which I'd like you to write in your books or in your notes, which is What Happens After Death. And we're going to consider the various beliefs that Jews have about death and belief in the afterlife as well. So our literacy objective is to extract information from text. So our title, What Happens After Death. So just get that down in your books or your notes. So a good outcome would be if you can explain two beliefs that Jews have about life after death. Great outcome if you can start to compare different beliefs that Jews have about life after death, saying which they are similar and why or why not. And even better if you can use some specialist terms to support your answers correctly. And you can just see over my shoulder there that we're looking at the value of hope as well. That's one of my school values, but it is equally a value which should be dear to all of us. During today's session then, we've got a media clip to watch, there'll be a worksheet, and then we're going to look at a spiral of belief, look at some exam questions or some big questions, and then do me a give me 5 activity to conclude with. So without any further ado, I've got a couple of clips to show you which I found on YouTube. These are really good clips to explain what Olam Haba is, and then we'll return to me and look at some other things. So over to you, random YouTube clip, go.
Chère Jéonicité, j'ai parfois de la difficulté à m'endormir le soir parce que je pense à la mort. Qu'arriverait-il quand je mors? Le judaïsme croit-il à la vie après la mort? Y a-t-il un paradis et un enfer? Ou c'est la fin une fois qu'on meurt? J'attends ta réponse avec impatience. Je commence à voir sommeil. Merci, Michel de Paris.
Sorry. 1 second.
Sorry about that. I was just suddenly overcome with the urge for a croissant. Yes, Michelle, Judaism definitely believes in life after death, but it's like nothing you ever heard about before. For us, heaven and hell is actually the same place, called Olam Haba, or the world to come. And although I can't tell you about it from personal experience, this parable might help you better understand it. Imagine the symphony's coming to town. 1 second. Imagine the symphony's coming to town, and you just happen to love classical music. You decide to take advantage of this great opportunity, and in the weeks leading up to the concert, you listen to every song that will be played over and over again, increasing your appreciation. The big day finally arrives, you get to the concert, and it's amazing. Every note, every chord is sweet and beautiful and sheer ecstasy to you. But let's say you have a friend that doesn't like classical music quite as much as you do. He thinks it's okay. He listens to your CD a couple times. Big day comes, he gets to the concert and generally likes the music, but you do catch him checking his watch every now and again. But then there's your other friend who despises classical music, and when she finds out the symphony's coming to town, she says that she'd never be caught dead there. But the thing is, you're all dead, and you're in that concert forever. So what does this all mean? The same experience could be blissful to one person and torturous to another. Just replace the concert with basking in the presence of godliness. For the person who spent his life doing good things that brought him close to God, we call them mitzvos, basking in divine light is an incredible experience. For the person who is basically good all around, but didn't specifically try to connect, the experience will be fine, not particularly good or bad. But for the person that hated and did everything in opposition to mitzvos during his lifetime, for someone like this, being so close to the source of such light will be a very painful experience. So I don't know about you, but until I get to the concert, I'm doing my best to increase my classical music appreciation. Sincerely yours, Jew in the City.
Okay, so thank you for watching that so attentively. I do apologise if you were offended by the French clip. I know it was very stereotypical, especially with the croissant and the hat, the beret. However, the content was excellent in terms of Olam Haba. So apologies if you felt that was slightly irreverent. So far today, we said a good outcome if you could explain 2 beliefs that Jews have about life after death. Okay, so we've sort of started to explore the concept of life after death through those clips. So what I'd like you now to do is to access the worksheet, which is linked onto the description. If you download that, you'll find a few different versions of that. So again, are you after the challenging one or the one with a little bit more support? So have a look at that through the description and answer those questions in your book in full sentences, or write each question out and then write a short answer. It's entirely up to you. So you need to pause this clip. This should take you about 20 minutes or so to get through. Brilliant. So hopefully that's now the worksheet done. So a good outcome would be if you could explain 2 beliefs that Jews have about life after death. That's hopefully now done very, very clearly, and you'll know the difference between Reformed and Orthodox Jews. Remember, Orthodox Jews are the stricter ones, and Reformed Jews are the slightly more up-to-date. A great outcome if you can start to compare different beliefs that Jews have, so whether they're similar or not, and even better if you can use some specialist terms correctly.
So this is a basic 2-mark answer. All you need to do is give 2 points. I'm sure you can do that, so give yourself 2 minutes. Let's get this done. Pause me now while you do that.
So we've covered a lot today. I know I've not been talking very long, which is always a relief for you guys. But a good outcome would be if you can explain 2 beliefs that Jews have about life after death. Great if you can start to compare different beliefs that Jews have, and even better if you can use some specialist terms to support your answers correctly. So in our final activity then, I'd like you to take your hand, and I'd like you, hello, there's my hand, and I'd like you to draw around it. What I'd then like you to do when you've drawn around that is to complete what's on the screen there. So 3 new words that you've learned today. In the palm of it, explain what Jews believe about life after death. 1 sentence that you'd like to know about this in the future, and 1 belief that Jews have about the soul. I'm going to leave that with you. So pause the clip, get that done. Thanks for your time. Take care. Wash hands and stay safe. God bless you. See you in a few days.